Welcome back. We have Nisha Ajmani here from the Desert Water Agency, and this week is Groundwater Awareness Week. Of course, groundwater, very important, specifically here in the Coachella Valley. We hear all the time that even when the state is in a drought, not so much for us because we have this groundwater in the aquifers. So let's talk about ways we can save water here in the Coachella Valley.
Yeah, so even though we do have a good number for our groundwater levels, it's really important to make sure we're saving that water so we can maintain that for the future. So customers, of course, play a really important role in that. We have lots of conservation tips on our website of ways they can save water at home. And then also we have rebates that they can take advantage of for water-saving devices like washing machines, smart irrigation controllers, etc.
And everyone remembers those old school ads from back in the day of the fish in the pond and the kid's brushing his teeth and he says, can you turn off the water? So it's important, whether you're turning off the water in between when you're washing your hands or in between when you're brushing your teeth. Sometimes even if you have your shampoo in, if you're letting it sit, turn off the water, let it sit.
Exactly.
What other ways are there that people just in their day-to-day lives can conserve water?
Yeah, so they can take shorter showers. That would be one way to save water. Another way in the kitchen is to make sure you're running the dishwasher only when it's full. Same with a washing machine. Either run it when it's full, or if you have one of those newer ones, you can set the load size, which will automatically adjust the amount of water. And then, of course, most of our water here in the Coachella Valley is used outdoors. So we really recommend looking at ways to save outdoors, and a smart irrigation controller is one way that you can do that.
And speaking of groundwater, if anyone who's been to the top of the tram knows that you see these lines of what looks like water, by Whitewater. There we go. We can see it on the screen. Tell us how this ties into the aquifer.
Yeah, so this one I believe is actually our Mission Creek site, but here's Whitewater right here. So we have in DWA's service area these two replenishment ponds, and what happens is we import water from other areas that travels to these basins, and then the water in those basins that you see soaks into the ground and replenishes our groundwater. So it's really important that we're putting in what we take out.
Just always remember those water conservation tips. A little bit goes a long way, especially when everybody chips in. Nisha, thank you again so much for joining us. You can always go to Desert Water Agency's website to learn more tips and more about those rebates.
Thank you.
All right, Angela, back to you.